Good morning, this is Lorraine with Chat and Craft with Lorraine Tierney, and I'm making a quick video to show you how we did the Retiform process or Retiform technique. This is a card I made with it last night in the Zoom class. All the dimensions and all the other information will be on the blog. I'm just going to stick to the technique on this video. And here's another one. There's the option of covering the lines with a 1/8 inch strip piece of cardstock that matches your mat if you want when you're done. If you don't feel like you get a nice clean line or you like the definition of that, I will probably put some lines, the cardstock lines on this one because I don't like the variation in my edges. So that's just a little aside. But I'm starting with a piece of Whisper White. It's 3 3/4 by 5. And you need a pile of Post-it notes to do this. And several images, either from one stamp set or that go together. And I'm going to use the snowmen from Let It Snow and a tree from Perfectly Plaid. And I'm using Balmy Blue ink today. So I'm going to start by taping off a small section of my cardstock, my Whisper White piece, trying to get the edges lined up nicely. And I'm going to do some ink blending with that. And I'm getting out a little brush, make sure that it's clean. Yep, there's nothing coming off of it there. So I'm just gonna dab, am I on the camera? Dab my brush in here, take a little ink off, and then do a little blending around the edges. I tend to call it smudging my edges a little bit. And you want to make sure you get a nice, I like a defined line right along the edge of the Post-it notes. Now you can see I use the same color to stamp in as I did my smudging with. And that's personal choice. You could also use a different color if you want. So I'm going to put a snowman in right here. And I'm not too worried if he doesn't fit completely in the space. Okay, so now I'm going to uncover this one. And I need to cover him up again. And I'm going to leave a little white space. I'm going down just a little bit extra, trying to get it even. I can see through my Post-it note just enough to tell I'm not even. Okay, so I'm going to put these over here. And now I'm going to create another spot to do another image, making sure that I'm not getting ink where I don't want it and that I'm not getting ink on an image I've already put down. That's not lining up quite right. There we go. Okay, so now I'm gonna do a little more blending. And I'll stamp another image. I think I'll put a tree over here. And like I said, I'm doing it all in the Balmy Blue. And I tend to put all my images going up and down and straight, but you don't have to. You can put them at an angle to fit in there. I'm going to add a couple of snowflakes. There we go. And then I uncover this section. And I'm going to keep that other one covered because I still don't want to get ink on it. And now I'll cover the one I just completed. I want to leave a little space And I'll make another section here in the middle. And I'm trying to make everyone a slightly different shape. I think I'll try to put a sentiment right there. I'm going to use one from the Itty Bitty Christmas set that you've heard me talk about a lot. I really like this set. And I'm going to put thinking of you at Christmas. Yeah, I was thinking I could put a non-Christmas related sentiment on it because it's snowmen and a tree, but I'm going to go like this. And now I'm going to smudge around that a little bit, but I put my sentiment down first because I wanted to see how big it was. I don't want to cover it totally up. I'm going to move that one in a little and then do a little smudging. I gave that just a minute or two to dry. The sentiment, it dries pretty quick. And I think I'm going to leave that without snowflakes in it for the moment. Okay, so I uncover that, uncover those edges. Now I have to cover it back up. And I'll do a spot. I think I'll go down to the corner. And I need another Post-it note or else I know ink would sneak right in there. Okay, I'll smudge and then I'll figure out what's gonna go in that one. Sometimes I remember to tap off a little bit, and sometimes I don't. But this is a pretty forgiving technique. I am putting the stamps aside that I've used already so that I can kind of keep track. I'm going to do this bigger snowman over here. Making sure I get enough of the snowman in there that you can tell he's a snowman. Okay, and we'll see how those edges look. So you can see I'm trying to get a little white border between the two. I've got to put this one down again over here. And I need to cover up there a little bit. And I'm gonna divide this. Okay, so I'll do a little blending. And you see, if you don't feel like watching this to the end, you've probably already got the idea of how this works. I'm going to do several snowman hats in this one. Kind of I'm going to go off a little bit. There we go. And now I'm going to check out what my last shape looks like. Okay, it's kind of too big to do all in one. Well, maybe I could do all in one. I think I'm going to leave it all in one because it's a funky shape. And I got to think about what I can put in there that goes with my snowman and my tree. You can repeat an image. I tend not to, but there's nothing that says that you can't repeat one. I just want to make sure I cover all that up. So I'm going to put a little more blending over here. Comes out just a little too dark at first if I don't tap off with these blending brushes. Stampin' Up! Does not sell these blending brushes. I wish they did. I got these on Amazon, and they're called Picket Fence Studio. And it says they're life-changing brushes, and they really are. Very cool. Now, did I use this bald snowman already? I don't think I did. So I'm going to put him right over here, and I might need to put something next to him a little bit. I guess I'll put some snowflakes. Stamping off the edges just a little bit to fill it in. And I'll see, I may need to add some snowflakes. Okay, so here's the big unveiling. So you can see my white lines aren't totally even, and I'm trying to get over that because I really like things to be nice and even. There's another little snow stamp in this set. I'm going to add just a couple more snowballs and snowflakes. Maybe in here with the hat. Trying not to go into the white lines and mess those up. There we go. There we go. Okay. So that's the card. I would then put it on a piece of balmy blue cardstock. Maybe I have one here that's in a good size to check out. So I probably will put another mat underneath that, but it makes a very pretty Christmas card. I hope you'll give this technique a try. It's called the Retiform technique. There's lots of examples on Pinterest, so enjoy. And check out the rest of the details at my blog, Chat and Craft LT, and it's on Weebly. Thanks. Bye.